The Kings as they came through the tunnel earlier on, all set to give their Sacramento fans something to cheer about. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. You'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, preparing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. And it's Collier in at the point. And for the Kings, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Outside Collins. Nice ball movement by Utah. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Back to Kessler. Just 4 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Sexton's shot is good.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Guys, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Markkanen, following the miss by DeRozan. Outside Collins. Markkanen finds Collins. Here's Collier. Misses the three.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Murray outside. His three-pointers off the mark. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Now, here's Sexton. Rebound by Murray.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Ellis kicks to LaVine. Sabonis' screen on Sexton. LaVine against Sexton. From the line, count that one.
What helps LaVine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Here's Collier. He's guarded by Ellis. Pass to Collins. LaVine against Sexton. Driving the lane.
Sexton looking confident, tried to find a gap, made his way in there and got fouled.
Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
The first one falls.
Well, Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong, can make some exciting plays happen for his team.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better, so the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
Clarkson outside. To the inside. Over to the left wing. Here's the break. Here's DeRozan. And Finished off by DeRozan.
Nice hustle there. You can count on DeRozan for this. He works so tirelessly as a scorer.
Pass to Kessler. Clarkson outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the layup is good.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson. Getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
Outside Sabonis. DeRozan for three. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
That's right, crowd. Your 916 crew.
He's checked in for Sabonis.
Number 17, Jonas Valanciunas.
Pass to Kessler. Bounce pass Collins.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Clarkson against DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Kessler, a screen on Monk. Another miss by Utah. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Sacramento Kings. Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Now, here's Monk. Still without a basket. Bean passes to Monk. Baseline jumper. Levine's shot is off. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Collier. Monk defending. Pass to Clarkson. 18 feet out. Another miss by Utah. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Oh!
Got it. Yes, the hammer from Levine. That is an electric athlete.
41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Collier. Collins, a screen on DeRozan. Clarkson for 3. Monk grabs the board. The Kings leading. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Monk sets the screen for Murray. It's good from long range.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
Clarkson taking his time here. Banked in off the glass.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Kings lead by 3. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Sabonis is out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Carter, and there's Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Now here's Markkanen. Still yet to score. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Carter kicks to Lyles. Pass to Monk. Back to Lyles. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, good job to take him right at the knee.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws of the game.
Trey Lyles. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
He's off on the second. Kings leading now by 3. Monk, the pass to Lyles. And the dunk by Lyles.
And it's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Outside, George. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Markkanen can't get it to go. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Now here's Ellis. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Sabonis' screen on Clarkson. Monk for three. Good on the triple.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Ellis. Here's LaRavia. Sacramento moving it around. Clarkson against Monk. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And Sabonis finishes it off. Sabonis has got the lead up to 8 now for Sacramento. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post, dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking fives that we have in the NBA.
Going with an almost entirely new group.
Sacramento Kings breakers.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Sensabaugh. Collins a screen on Levine. Here's Sensabaugh. Rebound collected by Levine.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
There's Sabonis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. Second team
Greg,
foul.
give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And the first one drops.
Sabonis is a guy you have to watch closely in terms of how relentless he is. Trying to get in there, mix it up, play physical. He just never stops fighting.
And the Jazz making a change here. Springer's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. DeRozan for 3. A rebound by the Jazz. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Ellis. Outside for George. Outside Collins. Pass to Springer. 6 on the shot clock. Collins, a screen on Monk. Here's Springer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Kings leading now by 8. Now DeRozan. He has 5. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
First one falls for him.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
The Kings making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Kessler. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Ellis kicks to Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. The 3. Nice D from Sexton. Jazz trail by 8. We've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Sexton more and more in control and trying to deal with the aggressive defense so far in this game.
The Jazz shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And I think this is the strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Murray comes in for Monk.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Kings leading now by 6. And it's Ellis penetrating. Yep, that one goes. Ellis has got his first points in this one.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Collins kicks to Sexton. Markkanen against Murray. Markkanen down low. He has yet to score. Here's Sexton. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Letting Sexton fall into that kind of rhythm, that's a disaster for the defense. They got to be better.
Levine against Sexton. Levine passes to DeRozan. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by 6. Here's Collier. Collins, a screen on Murray. Back to Collins. On the wing, Markkanen. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Kings on top, leading by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Zach, strong first half for the team. How do you build this lead?
Just keep playing hard on defense, the main thing. Getting out, running, getting stops. Continue to play with pace and, do what we do on the offensive end. We're good at that.
Zach, coach really likes the way you played, I'm sure. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Too bad. Give it up for the participant.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kings leading now by 3. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collier in at the point.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Outside, Sexton. Lobbed up there for Collins. Oh, good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Outside Collins. Pass to Sexton. Kessler, screen on Levine. Nailed from three-point land. Sexton's got 12.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started.
And DeRozan kicks to Levine. Now, here's Sabonis. Kessler with the rebound.
Okay. Better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. Here's Collins. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And he really enjoys inside play. John Collins explosive there.
Pass to Ellis. Sabonis kicks to Levine. Now Ellis in the corner. Murray with it. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Here's the 3. Tips it, and staying with the play, Sabonis. Sabonis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, Sabonis just cleaning the board, taking care of business. That's just too easy if you're the defense.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Squad, get out, let them hear it. If you want a free t-shirt, you gotta make some noise.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Collier. He's guarded by Ellis. Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
Well, when you don't get in his way, Sexton's going to get up there and throw it down.
Ellis outside. Back to DeRozan. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And that's 11 points for DeMar DeRozan.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Markkanen, and there's another one for the Jazz.
You don't see Markkanen operate too much from that area on the floor, but he's smart enough not to pass up that open shot.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Outside, Sexton. Collins, a screen on Ellis. Left side, Collins. Lets a floater go. Yep, it counts.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Now here's Murray. Inside. And finished off by DeRozan.
And you have to love how multi-layered DeRozan's game is. Such a fantastic scorer.
Here's Collier. Hasn't made one yet. Collins with it. Out guarded by Murray. Pass to Collier. Picked by Markkanen.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And it's Collier missing. Kings leading now by 4. Here's Ellis. Outside for Murray. Sabonis sets the pick for DeRozan. Second chance shot. Utah with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the middle. For the tie. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Kings have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. 1:10 left in the third. Kicks it out to Ellis. Stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Kessler passes to Collier. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And the Kings making a change here. Monk's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Filipowski, he's checked in for John Collins. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Now here's Levine. Murray outside. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Sabonis' screen on George. 5 on the clock. Monk kicks to Sabonis. Over Kessler. Sacramento again missing. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Monk against George. Here's Filipowski for the tie. George, no good. DeRozan for 3. He made it! He gets it to go! Wow!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
It is that game.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Miles out there with Zach LaVine. And there's Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ellis at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Kings leading now by 5. Filipowski grabs the board. The Jazz shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First person. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for the Jazz, Hendricks. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Clarkson against Monk. To the paint, here's Ellis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Kings lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George with the screen on LaVine. Here's Sensabaugh. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
LaVine with it. Monk outside. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
It's time for the dance camp. If you see yourself up on that big screen, then you know what to do. Show us those dance moves. Come on. Oh, yeah. You are obvious. Let's see those dance moves.
Checked in for the Kings. John Collins, he's checked in for Utah. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, listen in with Will Hardy and his team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Clarkson. And that one is good.
Well, Clarkson can get inside. He's athletic to do that, and then needs the touch in that area. Showed it off there.
Monk outside. Back to Levine. Three-pointer. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz trail by 4. Left side, Clarkson. That 3 off the mark. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Sacramento moving it around. Ellis kicks to Murray. Pass to Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. Levine with it. There's the triple. Filipowski grabs the board. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game. And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Levine dishes to Monk. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. It's a 3-point game. Down low. Fades. The shot by Filipowski, no good. The Kings have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Levine, that's good.
Good touch on the interior. Levine really crafty at figuring out ways to create space down low.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
Okay, Sacramento, time to get loud and make some noise for your 916 crew.
Some changes here for the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Malik Monk. Outside, Sexton. And Levine comes to help. Back to Markkanen. Shoots over DeRozan. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Talk about confidence. Markkanen feeling like he can drill shots from anywhere right now.
Ellis outside. Sabonis feeling it out a bit. Here's DeRozan. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. DeRozan's got 20.
And this is why you go to DeRozan. When they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go out and get it.
Here's Collier. Collins a screen on Ellis. 5 to shoot. Outside, Sexton. Off target from three-point range. Kings leading now by 5. Pass to Murray. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And it's DeRozan missing. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Collins, a screen on Ellis. Here's Collier. He's guarded by Ellis. Kessler passes to Sexton. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Floats one, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Inside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Defensive foul. Lowry Markkinen. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, DeMar DeRozan.
One shot.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Here's Collier. He can't get that one. Nice D from Sabonis. Now here's DeRozan. He's tightly guarded. And they double up DeRozan. Pass to Sabonis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Well, you combine the size with the activity and movement of Sabonis, he becomes a challenge to defend.
Sabonis taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
And the Jazz call time here. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And here's Collins from outside. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Horrible collapse there, guys. There is simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Ellis.
Shooting 2. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. And the Jazz with possession.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for your Kings, DeMar DeRozan. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so they foul intentionally.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
That'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
So the Kings win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together?